Actually, it all came around in a really sort of cohesive way by accident, as these things, sometimes the world works that way. But a group of people that I know had been talking about setting up a hack space for a while. But it also so happened that when we really got started having regular meetings was at the beginning of the Build Your Own exhibition. We talked about how the hack space could work with Build Your Own and take over the role that Liverpool had taken when the exhibition was in Liverpool. Thankfully, we had a group of people who didn't really know each other before this project started, but they're a great group of people that meet regularly at the hack space down at Pitt Street in Norwich. We meet on a Monday, and they really took this project on board, which is fantastic because it just wouldn't have happened otherwise, because it's needed quite a bit of maintenance of the 3D printers and then working out what needed to be printed, the whole assembly of the hands. There's quite a lot of different elements to it. It's definitely expanded the skills and knowledge, because most people hadn't had anything to do with a 3D printer. One of our members actually has an Ultimaker 2, which is the 3D printer that's been used here. So that was a really great boon. And we will also create education who are dealers, have a dealership with Ultimaker. They also loaned the Hackspace a printer, which was a breakthrough really, because it enabled us to get familiar with the printer before these two printers came down from Liverpool. And then it's been just a case of experimenting, and as is the nature of people that are interested in hack spaces, they find out by doing things, and they find out by being curious. Well, I think in many ways we're still finding our feet, and actually this project's taken up quite a bit of the sort of collective time of the members. But what else has been going on is that there are things like Arduinos, which are little electronic microcontrollers, Raspberry Pis, which are like mini computers, CNC cutters, which are computer controlled. They can cut shapes in things, and we're also fundraising to try and buy a laser cutter. So they're the kind of bits of equipment that people are interested in. We've also been interested in, but haven't had time to really explore, but wearable electronics such as lily pads, which enable you to attach flashing lights to bits of clothing or cushions or upholstery. There's quite a lot of experimentation with that. We've also been doing quite physical things like welding, animation. We've had members run sessions. So Graham ran a session on stop frame animation. Toby ran a session on introduction to an Arduino. So we're going to be doing more of that kind of thing now that we're not spending quite so much time on the 3D printing. Some of the members have got some ideas for projects. Several of them are trying to learn a bit more about 3D drawing and designing in 3D, because that's a whole another side of it. Personally, I'm interested in maybe developing some jewellery designs or things like Christmas decorations, slightly decorative things. We're looking for new members all the time. There's a website, the norwichhackspace.org, which is the website that people can find out more about it and join up. People are welcome to come down to one of our meetings on a Monday to meet people and find out a little bit more what it's about.